Hello and welcome back to Return of the Obra Dinn. So, in the last one, we had a bit of a breakthrough / confusion streak for me. There was a lot of unclear things. We solved 21 fates so far, and I was completely like, how do I go about getting the rest of these? I don't know. For a while, it took me, I just sat here, post-recording, checking the the footage to try to figure out if I could learn anything, if I missed anything, and there was very little that I missed in there, so I decided to boot up the game and just go through each memory, look through each map, follow every single event and try to see where people were, what they were doing, who hangs out on the lower deck the most, that would make them a seaman, all that stuff. And even then I was like, okay, you're probably a seaman, and unless I stereotype and try to figure out your identity based on looks, how am I supposed to know, But then I ran across chapter 2, and this took forever. I will honestly say that. I'm going to go to chapter 2, part 1. And this was almost a complete accident. So, the guy who dies here is, he did lead to me solving a lot here. I was trying to figure out his identity for the longest time, right? So, while I was sitting here, I was looking at him for who knows how long, and I'm like, okay, do you have any identifying features that would give you away? And I kept going around, and I'm like, all right, well, he's there. This guy is also his friend, and he's an Indian, and I couldn't figure it out. So I tabbed out and I got back to work, because I usually do all this stuff between work. When I came back, my screen was just sitting here for the longest time, and it took me forever, but I noticed the number on the hammock. There's a number there too. And then I was like, okay, well, that could mean nothing. But then this one said 54, and I'm like, who are you? Who is this guy? Right? Okay, I have to go to just a random person. 54. Oh, because I can't mark him because he's already complete. 54 is Solomon. So, yeah, all their hammocks are tagged with their names, except for this guy. He's got an X. But I also know who he is. I've learned the identity of most people because of these damn hammocks. These hammocks gave so much away. Just the fact that almost all of there's 20. How many people here? Do we know? 22 people here, and you can correctly identify who belongs down here, all that stuff. I did make a list, and I will show it in a second, but it is a huge list. Basically, what I did is, while I worked, I had this game running in the background, and every time I got a little break from work, I'd just tab back into the game and write down any notes that I found, and then eventually after, I think it was 8 hours. I went through a full work day, but I also spent 2 hours after working on this, so probably closer to 10 hours. 10 hours working on trying to just piece together everyone's identity. Okay, so I got all that out of the way. Now I will show this nonsense. It's a big list. So after going through every memory and just trying to piece it together based on what I found in these the hammocks, and this isn't the only hammock thing. There's another, I think there's 2 more that show hammocks, 2 more memories. This one in 7-2, where Edward Sprack dies off screen. Well, not off screen, but you know who he is, the artist. Both of those show hammocks, and you can kind of piece together quite a few identities from there. So, based on evidence, for sure, guaranteed evidence, including these hammocks, those people I'm going to be able to mark. Based on elimination from there are a bunch of people I can get rid of. Well, 5. I have a lot of assumptions for these other people, and I will go through them as we go through the memories. So, first of all, I just wanted to point out everything I noticed in this chapter that helped. These three guys, they're Russian. They're speaking Russian in the beginning. They're talking about stop cheating, all that stuff, right? Also, their hammocks are empty. Like, this is clearly their hammocks, right? They're playing next to their hammocks. And you can see the numbers for 47. You can't see the other two, I believe. Oh, you can. They're on this side. 45 and 46. This guy's got a pipe hanging from his hammock. That gave away his identity to me. I don't know who he is here, but I learn who he is when I find a guy with that bag and that pipe later on. So when we get to that, I'll mark him off. But that's how I learned his identity. This guy here, 37. I don't know anything about 42. I just know that they're there. 37. I had to go back to the beginning and be like, okay, who is 37? Who is sleeping in this hammock right now? Timothy Bootment. I couldn't figure out who he was. And for the longest time, for some reason, that actually stood out. It looks like a tattoo of like a lady, right? At first, I was like, that's just a black spot. But no, it is very distinct. And I found that later on when I saw someone dying. And it was very distinct there too. So I know how to identify him. As for, is there anyone else I marked because of chapter 2-3? All the Chinese seem to be sleeping alone, or together. They're all in the same area, which we can tell because it's 39, 40, 41, and 38. And that is all the people from China. And what did I mark for the first one here? Only one is wearing socks, yeah. Everyone else here, you can kind of see their feet. He's wearing like nothing. And this guy, very clearly wearing something. So you can identify 39 by the only one wearing, because for some reason they all sleep with their shoes and everything on. So you can identify him simply based on this. And that's the only thing that appears in the hammock. Like there's no other tell for them. So this one was very obvious. As for you, I only realized that this guy is probably from India because the other three people here are from India, and this hammock is empty. Like he got out and checked on his friend, you know? So I believe he is William Wasson. This guy has an X on his hammock. I don't know why. It's an X. I don't. It's not 10. I guarantee it's not 10 because 10 is Winston Smith, who's a carpenter. And I know who the carpenter is because I figured that out later. Also, they're from America. And this guy, I don't think he's from America. And just based on the people around, he's got to be from India. Like all these other guys are. You're also kind of right. I don't know. There's some evidence. There's some assumptions that I'm making right now. Everyone else, I think just noting that they were here was what helped me. And can I go to the... No, not from this room. I need to find another memory to continue this, but I think that's everything that I figured out from there to identify stuff. Also, Renfred. Which one is Renfred? Okay, the ID tag for 51. Okay, I'm going to mark him now because we know who he is. He's 51. He's sleeping in his hammock. We can just succumbed to a tragic illness. I'm 100% positive about you. Finally, I'm positive about someone. All right, he is done. Anyone else I can mark based on this? No. We have to go to the other chapters that I listed for me to confirm, in my opinion. All right, so I'm going to check another chapter. All right, Bitter Cold Part 2. That guy is Sullivan, right? Or no, that's Renfred, yeah, who just died. Him. Okay. So him, he is the surgeon's mate. I'm 100% positive now. And I thought that he was the butcher, but this is the butcher. I thought that this was James Wallace for the longest time, but I'm positive it's him. He is everywhere. Everywhere that like Henry is, you see this guy next to him. I could go through every memory and show you where he is, but just know that I already did that. It'd be a waste of time. So I'm positive about his identity. Actually, no. I think I assumed I know who he is. But they don't mention his name in here. So I'm pretty sure that's Martin. Because he's next to Abigail, and cross-referencing, eliminating everyone else, that makes that guy Martin. But I'm going to wait till we get there for that. But you, I'm just going to mark it. We're going to go through a bunch of memories, so you're going to see him again anyways. But this is James Wallace. Almost positive. Let me just double check. Where's James Wallace? I have him under assumption. Check office in 2-3. Okay, that'll help confirm this. So, I actually have a few things to show here in 2-3. These three are the midshipmen, right? All three of them. Him, I'm just gonna mark him now. He's the butcher, and it is quite obvious that he is the butcher, and he is teaching the midshipmen how to butcher, basically. Emil O'Farrell. Got him. Well done. 3 more. Or are you gonna tell me I'm right? Yep. Yep. And the butcher? Awesome. I'm starting to really like that sound sticks in my head. I don't know why. This game has like gotten to me in my sleep. I'm like, oh, I want to piece all of this together. I'm gonna really hate the last few of them though, because I think I have to guess. There are a few of them I may have to guess. So this was obvious based on. I mean, this isn't your first memory, is it? Where's the memory we're on? That one. I mean, this was obvious just based on looking at the scene, but like the fact that he's like instructing them in the way he's instructing them, it's quite clear, you know. It's quite clear that he's the butcher teaching the midshipmen. Also, I'm gonna mark him off while I can. That was Charlie. You are the kid who exploded, right? Peter Milroy. This is an assumption. This is an assumption because he is standing next to 2 other midshipmen quite often, right? Under assumptions, he is. Oh God. Oh no, I put him under elimination because I had to. He's the only one left. Yeah, that could be the Thomas Lank. So, he is Thomas Lank, guaranteed. Actually. Yeah, no, guaranteed. I do know who he's knifed by, but until we find the attacker, I don't know if I want to mention it. But he was knifed by him, and I think I know his name or his identity. Never been on a farm, okay. And the main reason I'm going through this the way I am is, like, if someone's watching blind along with me, you don't get the experience of like me trying to figure it out because I'm not going to show you the 10 hours that I spent going through the ship repeatedly, you know, all the memories. But I'd like to show you how I got there, you know? So instead of just like marking everyone off, we're going through this. Plus, I don't know if I'm right, so unless the game confirms it. All right, see, he's just hanging out here. He's hanging out here, you know, like prepping or cleaning off the bed, getting it ready. This man is just the surgeon. I mean, we already confirmed it, so that was unnecessary, but I did write it down to double check that. So, okay. As for more evidence, Ooh, I kind of have them out of order here. Let's go to Timothy Bootman first. Yeah, chapter 3:3. I really wish part of me wishes I could just turn off the voices here, but which normally I don't want to do. But okay. This was I stared at this guy for quite a while, and I'm like, all right, so you got a rope around you, etc., etc., and then I noticed that, and I'm like, is that just a splotch on his arm? No, that's a tattoo of a woman. This is Timothy Bootman, who we know because we saw the hammock that had number 37 on it. So you would be there. Okay, he is done. I think I just marked 2 people, so 1 more should be correct. It should be 3 more. So from there, let's go to 4-1 to the second evidence. All right, so here it is. There's his bag. He's got a pipe in his mouth, and he is like, if you look at him here, he is also sitting at the table. So this is one of the Russians. He can be identified. So the guy who had the pipe hanging around his hammock was 47, Alexei Toporov. That was 3, which worries me. At least I think it was 3. Are you not Thomas Lank? Oh, knifed by unknown. It was only 2 because he's incomplete. I see. Yeah, because I did mark off Timothy on top of this. So, yep. We have to. I'm right. I know I'm right. All right. Is there anything else I need to make sure of here? Yes. And I'm not even going to go to it. This is pointless. This guy who died. This guy right here who died. I've seen him around. I've seen him a few times. And he says, "Nichols, sir, shoot them for God's sake." So, I think I go off of assumptions for this one because I'm not 100% sure. So I still have to like go through this and figure out where I said it. Okay, Samuel Galligan, second mate steward, chapter 4:3, guy addresses as sir. And I've seen him with him before. The second mate would be with Nichols right now, right? Why wouldn't they be? If he's or the second mate steward, so he would be with the second mate. So I'm gonna. This one is just an assumption. I'm not positive about this, but he is probably Samuel Galligan. Thank you. I feel like I should do like two obvious ones and then an assumption to work it out a little better. Okay, Timothy and Alexei. Yep. What does that remind me of? It's like The Sims or City Skyline. I don't know. All right, so that is that. From there, let's go. No one else in 4, right? No chapter 4s that I need to go through? Yeah. So we'll go to chapter 5 now. All right, so for this one, actually I gotta bring that back up. There's actually a few things to go over here. First of all, this guy, I said he got clawed. This is a mermaid in here, and that is the mermaid's tail. And I didn't think they were gonna use tail at all, honestly. I didn't believe that this was gonna be a thing, but I think that it's more likely that he was struck with the tail, although it kind of looks like he got caught. They are spiky tails, but that is quite clearly a mermaid. They were lifting him up, or well, I don't know if you call it a mermaid exactly. They sure look like mermaids. I will say that. But whatever the hell it is, it's got a spiky tail, and that's what got him. Not so much being I don't remember what I think I put spiked or speared or clawed before, but yeah. Tail. Pretty sure about that one, but I'm not positive. I put it under partials because I like partially had evidence for it, but and then these two are together, which was more proof. Like these, I see these two together quite often, and then Thomas Lank is also always nearby. You're not. You're Peter Milroy. Yeah, Thomas Lank is that kid. So they're kind of wearing the same outfits too. Like they're midshipmen. So I'm still positive about him, but until we mark his attacker, I won't know if it's him, which sucks. Other things to note in this scene that were important. Oh, there's Charles. Wait a minute. Wait, and you're Thomas Lank. Who are these two? This is the guy I don't know. This is the guy I'm clueless about. And you, I'm pretty sure you're the steward to this officer. Actually, no, yeah, you are. I've seen you walking with him before. So he is a steward to... he's even got a towel. Yeah, that's a steward. Which means you're probably hanging out with another steward, right? Was this guy a steward? I'm going to mark him as... yeah, I did just realize you could do this recently. Trust me, I thought that like there was an unknown steward on board. No, you can just mark them as an unknown steward. That was interesting to figure out. I don't think anyone else is notable here, except for up top. Okay, you always hanging around with a gun. They're the only two people on the ship with a gun. I want to point out that the only reason I think this is the gunner's mate is because he's always around him. He's always around him. And in the photo right here, he is right next to him. You like from this, like it seems like the mates are always somewhat nearby, or the stewards are always somewhat nearby their mates. So I don't know. This guy just seems like he'd be a gunner's mate. So I have to mark him as it. No, not unknown attacker. And I can eventually we'll see him again, and I can keep pointing out how close by he is. Like that, this is literally all just under assumptions. Ollis Wyatter follows Wolf around everywhere, hasn't gone nearby. Same with Charles Minor, who I think I'm right about, but I don't know. I don't know who killed you. Can I see this again? Who was the one that killed you? It was this guy. This guy killed him. I think this is one I don't know. We'll circle back after. I'm pretty sure you're Martin. I feel like all the captain or the mates are here. Captain, first mate, third mate possibly, gunner. Second mate is dead already, I believe, by this point. Fourth mate, I don't know who that is. Look at you standing next to your surgeon. God, they like give you all the clues, and it's so weird. Like, okay, there's Alfred, right? And his Frenchman, who is always nearby. This guy is always right next to him. And whenever Alfred is in trouble, in a lot of scenes, this guy is reaching his hand out like, no, you are Charles Minor. I believe, actually, I want to double check something. I know you're Charles Minor. And Charles Minor was torn apart according to what people say. So I can mark that. I don't know what he was torn apart by because it says disappeared in the Doom. He just disappeared. But clearly someone saw him. We didn't see him. He just disappeared for us. So I guess we can say Beast because it was during the Doom. I'll just put that for now because But I know you're Charles Minor. You can't fool me anymore. Damn, what's his name? I actually don't know his name. Tattoo guy. Tattoo guy confused the shit out of me. All right, so that is everyone here. Anyone else notable? Oh, also, I need to stare at your... No, because there's someone I haven't identified yet. Wait, who are you? I can't tell if it's just the angle or you're actually wearing those socks. Is this him? Only one wearing socks. Ji Zhang. Is this Ji Zhang? I don't know if I want to definitively say this yet, but sure. Oh my god. Okay. Thank you. That one was a guess based off of footwear, but decapitated. Okay, James Wallace was struck by a beast's tail. Charles Minor. Oh, this is just the feel-good episode, I swear. Look at that. It's already almost halfway, and we're not even close to done to with the things I wrote down. Okay, so who haven't we gone over? Let's go to 5-3 because I know who the Carpenters are, and I want to explain why it's so damn obvious. And here's where this guy died, which I do want to point this out because I didn't before. They're sitting together. We've identified that like at least two of them, or all four of them are near each other in the chapter 2 scene, and the hammocks are next to each other. And it says all of them are from India. All the hammocks are. So I think it's pretty clear all four of them are from India. Like, I don't think this is an assumption anymore. And I think I get him by process of elimination because this guy, we know what hammock he was in. So I do want to point that out right now. What was his name? William? Yeah, assumptions. William. Empty hammock near 51 through 40 or 54. The chapter 5-3 guy. Well, we're in 5-3 right now. I think it's entirely clear who he is. William. Crushed by falling cargo. Yeah, I don't think there's a question about that. Like, that is how he died. All right, you are in front of the carpenter's door, and you are sawing something right now. Just to make this entirely clear, I think it'll show my footsteps. Yeah, we're in the carpenter's shop right now. The thing that got me, though, that confused me, I thought this was the carpenter, but I think this is his mate. This is the carpenter. He's holding the hammer, which, you know, like he was working and he just backed off. He would be making him do work, but the reason I know is because of this next chapter. See if we can hear this one this time.
What's going on? Stay back. It's already Hey. Come on, boss. No, get down.
Come on, boss. No, get down. Okay. The guy who died says, "Come on, boss." No, get down. Their positions are quite obvious. And also the guy, you know, the guy who died said, "Come on, boss." So this is actually the carpenter's mate. No, I'm just going to mark him. Carpenter mate. Why no carpenters? That's weird. And you are the carpenter. Also, they're both from America. I didn't even notice, like, they're the only two from America. Oh! Okay. 3 more fates. God, this is just satisfying. After, like, 10 hours of thankfully skipping this. Yep, all 3 of them. Thankfully skipping so much stuff that you 2 and 3. Look how close it's getting. I bet that last section is... There's going to be 3 people we can't identify at the end. Probably required the bargain, I'm guessing. I do have a few that are unknown people right here. I'll go into them later because I'd like to get everyone else done. But yeah. I definitely am glad I didn't show 10 hours of me trying to solve this, because it was just straight face me running around the ship like, what are you? Also, this guy has a spear coming at him. I do want to point out that he does not die to it, but I thought he did, so I followed that path for a while. When does this happen? End demon. That's when this guy dies, right? So I followed that. The carpenter himself doesn't die until right here, where he gets pinned down by the beast and shoots it in the face with a shotgun. So, yeah, he lived for quite a while after that. Or, well, relatively. I don't know. So that is done. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. They also make a very important mention here I need to point out. End demon, out of the way. Stay back. It's already done for Nick. This was so confusing. As you might have guessed. I went over it before, like what the possibilities of that meant, because I thought these two might have been Nick. I thought the guy to my left might have been Nick. Let me just point out, he's not. This is Nathan Peters. So I was like, okay, what happened before this? Who died before this? This guy got electrocuted, unrelated to, you know, the beast actually killing someone. So the first guy to actually die was him. He was stabbed, and that was the beginning of this whole mess. And they said it's already done for Nick. That is a huge, I think I put it as an assumption, Nicholas Botterill, yep. Due to a comment in 6.3, I think that this is Nicholas Botterill. Speared by a foreign enemy or a beast. I think I put foreign enemy before, but I'm going to go with beast. I don't think it matters. I think both of those count, honestly. Like, I feel like there are mermaids riding crab spiders. That's just what's going on here. Look at you cowering. I don't blame you. Okay, so. I think that is everything here. I do want to check up top because you never know when I missed something. Oh yeah, you got speared here. Was that Nick? I think that was Nick. The electrocution was also... Oh, because he's the guy who died to electrocution, and he is not Jing, whatever. Zhang. Jing Zhang? Names. Let's go up here quick. I did forget to mention that the tattoo guy. All these guys up here are top men. I think they have to be. Like, first of all, like a top man's a guy who like sits up top and like helps with the sailing, like actual sailing and stuff, keeps everything working up top. So the people up here, if you weren't a top man, why would you be up here? Especially at this time. So I feel like all of these people are top men for the most part, but there are 14 of them, meaning not everyone is here. Also the tattoo guy, I marked him as a top man because I know that, but there 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, there are 6 people down below tugging on the line, meaning there are probably 8 top men here. I just wanted to point that out as a note that most of the people here you could probably assume are top men unless I marked them as seamen. It was pretty chaotic though. Like I was just marking people back and forth. Yeah. But I wanted to look at their... Because there are 2 more people from China here. You. And you. I know I'm stereotyping a little bit, but I kind of have to be. He's got the socks. He has no socks. This is Jing. Ji Zhang. Okay. This is the one thing that's really confusing, is trying to figure out who the remaining of them are. There is one more scene with a hammock, and there's only one hammock that contains one of their numbers. I don't remember which one. It's mentioned in... Oh, Wei Li, 7-2. There's a hammock next to a table, and no one's in it. And there's a guy sitting there, and it's Wei Li, I think. So whenever we get there, I can mark him as Wei Li. I think this guy might be Wei Li. But the other two, I have no idea which one is which. There wasn't much in here to go off of, though, other than noting that these guys are top men, including him. All right, I might have done this out of order, but I think we can learn O'Hagan's identity now. We know who the other Russian is. This is the Russian with the pipe, right? And the other Russian with him, we know who that is, Samuel Galligan. This guy is also at the table, right? He's at the table with the other Russians in chapter 2-1, I think, when all the hammocks are available. So we know that this guy is not O'Hagan. The remaining person in the scene is him. He is the only one who can be O'Hagan, and I think he's the guy who dies here. So the first guy to get killed out to sea here is O'Hagan. How many do we have? Should that have marked it? I'm pretty positive about this, but O'Hagan, it's under elimination for me, and it's elimination by chapter for this one, because like I honestly am not positive about him. Okay. Yeah, everyone else in here except for him is marked. And him. He's the other Chinese guy. Is there anything notable about him that I... Hold on, I gotta find him. Okay, so... This guy here is actually the first to die. I forgot that he was the part 1. And we know, based on what I'm going to list later, that this is Wei Li because of the hammock and stuff. This guy did not go with them. And we know his identity, meaning these two guys are the only ones. I don't think there's any identifying features here to like know their name based on the hammock. Like they're both, look at their outfits. They're both wearing shorts. And you can only see their feet. Like these are the same feet. There's got to be a way to identify this guy though. Like there has to be somehow. I don't know. He's going to remain a mystery for a minute because I have no idea. I even have him marked right here. Huang Li, you can see that they're in hammock 38 and 40, but that's it. That's all we know from that. Okay, well, let's move on. We'll come back to that eventually. I would like to get... Yeah, let's go over Martin. That one's kind of obvious based on elimination, but we'll do it anyway. All right, so I just want to point out the people in the scene here. I thought this was Martin, but this is the gunner. The gunner's mate, right? So we already know him. It actually confirmed who he was. No, it didn't. Because we don't know who he died by. Yeah, I don't know. He's still not confirmed, but I know it's him. The way they're talking, she mentions Martin, so he has to be an officer, which means he's got to be one of these guys who are wearing fancy suits that are standing next to the captain. Like, they are almost always going to be officers, in my opinion. An officer wouldn't look like this. Does he really, I guess maybe he wants to? So, the only other guy here that fits the description is... Yeah, these are the only two people who even look remotely like officers. So this is Martin. And he's also this guy. He's right next to her, so he was calling to her, like, come here. So this is Martin. That much we know. And we also know who his steward is, because his steward is the kid next to him. It's blocked out. Let's go to there and we can see that. But before we mark his steward, you were the worst. Seriously. I just want to point out, I could not figure this one out. I personally couldn't. I even mark it in here just to make it well known. Under assumptions, way over there. Emily Jackson and Miss Bird. I had to get a hint from a friend. I could not figure this out. These two are only in. It's still going. It's still going. The music just. I like it. I like it. I just really wish I could turn it down. These two are only in 3 memories, and 2 of them they're on a boat out in the distance, and you can't like see them at all, you know? So this is the only memory you could identify them from. And I was like, I don't get it. Like, how is that supposed to give away their identity at all? But turns out one of them is named Miss. And my friend actually pointed this out, that you have to just take a closer look at their names. And that was my clue. Miss Jane Bird and Emily Jackson. Now, the fact that they would put Miss Jane Bird made me think that this person had to be married. Or, you know, this person had to be married. So, when I was looking, I looked at these two. You have, I think that's a wedding ring. I mean, it's just like a black line on your finger, but I'm sure that's not a mistake, right? You, and you're even sitting in the back, kind of like, I don't know. In my opinion, this would have to be it. And I honestly don't think it's going to be wrong, but that clue was enough. That clue was plenty for me to figure this out. So I'm going to mark you as Emily Jackson. Did I put their fate, right? Yeah, they got on the boat with Henry. And Henry got out, right? So, if they're on the boat with Henry, then they're alive. And I don't know where they are, but I would have to assume Africa, because Henry's in Africa, and that was confirmed. And why would they go anywhere else? Like, where's their home country? Well, they're from England. They might have gone back to England. Alive. United Kingdom? Who is this? This is, Miss... Yeah. And then alive in United Kingdom? That should be 3, I think. Feared by a beast, yeah, Nicholas. If Nicholas is correct, that should be 3. Or Patrick, even, is correct. Which makes me think that... Let me just try the other. Because if they went with Henry... Aren't we making a lot of assumptions here? Like, as an inspector, why won't we just say passenger is probably alive? Okay, Patrick O'Hagan. Yeah. That one I'm glad we got out of the way, because that was a bit of an assumption. Okay. Which means the other guy there was also alive with them. Hold on. I need to go back to the beginning, and we're going to put the other person as alive in Africa. And then whoever else was with them, which we don't know who it was. But I can almost remember their face. Was it this kid? Who I think is a steward? Disappeared in the escape. Yeah, you disappeared with them. So, yep. Alive in Africa. Don't know who it is. More than likely, he's going to be one of the last people I identify, because I don't have a clue. I don't know. I really don't know. All right. What else? Where do we go from here? Who are you? Oh, it's Paul Moss. Yeah. Ooh, I bet we can identify who killed him now, too. Probably. I don't know, there's so much stuff that, like, I couldn't fill in because I wasn't filling it in here, so I couldn't, like, be sure that I identified their killer before. So I didn't write down every fate. Alright, so next. There's so much stuff. Roderick. We'll go to 7-2. I have plenty of things to do in 7-2, so. Okay. The artist had to listen to the sounds again. So anyways, there are hammocks up here. 43, 44. We'll just make notes of who's actually like here right now, because I do have these marked, but they're completely unknown. Maba from New Guinea. No idea. Lewis Walker from England. No idea. I can see their legs. Actually can't see her leg at all. There it is. There's his feet. I can see his leg, and that is Maba's leg. I don't know how it's supposed to tell me anything, though. Oh, yeah, this is very important. Okay, so 36. You see that sword hanging here? This is a very distinct sword. I just want to point that out. 36 is not sleeping right now. They are walking around. So I looked through everyone, and I was like, who could be 36? I'm pretty sure it's him. Also, that sword is a scimitar, and it kind of just matches. It's a little bit of stereotyping there. But I see him holding that sword, which is different than every other person's sword, in a different scene. So I can confidently say... Actually, do I mark which scene it is? Because I know his name. Evidence. Omid Gul. 7-2. We see the scimitar hanging from the bed, and I saw him holding it in 6-4. So in 6-4... what was going on there? I think that was the spider attack, so... yeah, this is when they burn the guy alive. He jumps on top of it. He's running at him with the scimitar in hand, like, trying to save him. But, yeah. 100%. It's him. And he fell overboard to his death. So that is how I identified him. Literally, that sword was everything I needed. Okay, that I think is everyone up top. We can also finally get this out of the way. Hammock 41. Guy sitting right next to Hammock 41. Him. And who is in 41? Wei Li. You're Wei Li. How did you die? Did you disappear? I do want to double check that memory. When was the last time he was in? Was Wei Li around here? He was. Okay, I have to go back to Abigail and find out where his body was headed, because I'm assuming he got thrown overboard. I have no idea who you are, because your hammock fell down and there's no tag anywhere. Like, how dare they? I guess you could make the assumption that 41 would be close to, like, 40... no, we know where 43 and 44 are. Maybe his hammock was, like... I wonder if the hammocks were in the same spot. Like, if I went back to Chapter 2 and then looked at the one that was across from 41... but one thing up. Oh, yeah. Oh, I might be able to identify him that way. Because this guy, I have no idea. Outside of that, I couldn't tell you. There's also X. So, what's-his-face is still kicking here. Shit, I have to... All right, here's the right page. What's his face? This guy. He was sleeping in the X hammock before. And I think we identified that everyone else was... How did I say that I identified him? Was it elimination? Because I know who this is, I'm pretty sure. Assumptions. Abraham Akbar. A hammock says X. It's near 51 to 42, or 54, so it must be 52, in my opinion. This is an assumption, but I'm pretty sure this is Abraham. Thank you. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that one was expected. That one I already knew. Yeah. Although we don't have any other confirmed ones, so I think just every 3 that I can going forward is gonna do that. Martin, do we know how you died? No. No. He's still alive? Potentially? Uh-oh, I have to sneeze. Okay. I'm alive. All right, well, you are right next to him, and we know this is Martin. So, welcome, third mate steward, Roderick. If you weren't the third mate steward, I would be highly surprised. Who else is here? I think this is the Russian, right? 56? Let me see. Oh, God. 56. Oh, no, that's Brennan. This is Brennan. The Russian is here, though. He is 45, I believe. Yeah, Leonid Volkov is still alive. The other 2 Russians are dead at this point because they were both in the boat. And we identified like who they were, and I saw both of them in chapter 4. So the guy still alive is Leonid Volkov, and that would be the guy we could identify by face, because we know he was drowned by a terrible beast. Are you the other Russian? Well, if the other guy's Leonid, then this guy is... Oh, God, I keep forgetting where to go. Alarcus. Nikoshin? And him, he was also at the drinking table, or the poker table. Leonid. These are elimination and assumptions. I don't know which one would be closer. Also, how did you die? Escape part 3. You were shot. Oh, you were shot by Emily. I remember. Right, Emily? Emily's the one who was... Yeah, she was the one with the gun. Awesome. We just put these in. Oh no, my nose. Awesome. I'm so glad I didn't waste my time at work trying to prepare this episode. Okay. That paid off. The fact that he's still alive pays off a lot. I don't know how I'm going to separate these two, though. I really don't. They're both top men. One's English, one's New Guinea? I guess you could listen. Do they ever talk? And the other 2 people who are up right now are 48 and 49, which, Nathan Peters is walking around. Or no, that's because he left in the boat. Or was that later? That was right here. Yeah, Nathan, before this scene, Before the artist gets taken, he shoots Lars Lind. Oh, they were sleeping right next to each other, too. Yeah, that's why both of these guys are gone. And their hammocks are still up. Which means the guys that were with them? Who was with them? The guys who were with them should have hammocks, too, then. That would be Doom Part 1. I think the purser was with them. Yeah, the purser. Lars. Nathan Peters. And you. You should have a hammock, then, if the other two do. There's no one in this one. 57. That's your hammock. 57. That would make that guy 57 then. I guess. Because I was clueless on this guy. But that... What is 57? Alexander Booth. England. Let me make a note. I'm gonna mark this. I'm gonna make a note for this one. Okay, so I just marked it as this is possibly incorrect because I don't know about that one. I'm pretty sure this would be right though, right? If Nathan and Lars both had hammocks and they were gone, because like we don't see the rest of the Chinese people that died have hammocks, so I think they put up the hammocks before they go to sleep every night, and they put theirs up but then left. I don't know. Okay. What else is there? Oh, I have them down. Did I mark this? Alexander Booth, empty hammock, number 57. Wow. I forgot about that completely. Okay, who is not marked left? Did we get it? Paul Moss was killed by the Russians still alive after Chapter 4? I want to go double check that. Wait, what was that? I didn't mark the chapter. Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure this is Paul Moss.
Last one. Move.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, it's Paul Moss. Leonid killed him. Okay. Thank God we identified him. Oh, no. I wanted to... Oh, God. Get out of here. Okay. Damn map. You were killed by 50... or 45. Okay. So that one's done. Thomas Sefton, we finished. Everyone else is marked. As far as I can see. Philip Dahl. He's a mystery. He's never standing somewhere I can figure out. I should have done this in order, because now I'm like looking through these and I'm like, which ones have I marked? Which ones I haven't? Let's go back to the crew page. Martin Perot, fate unknown. Yep. John Davies. Don't know who he is, but we only have one captain left, right? Hold on. Third mate, captain, first mate, second mate, gunner. Who would be the fourth mate then? Is the fourth mate? Oh, wait, you're wearing a fancy outfit. Why are you over here though? Oh. He's got the hat and everything. Hold on. Are you John Davies? Oh my God. Process of elimination. That's all we're down to now. Fourth mate. Booth? Okay. I guess I don't need that note anymore. Paul Moss. Okay. Who could possibly be left that would be easy to identify from here. Oh, look at these check marks. Oh, right. We should be able to figure out who killed him, right? Have we identified that? Okay, first of all. Oh, and who shot the... Wait, no, we haven't identified that guy. I don't know who this is at all. Who is this? He's from India. He's from India, but he doesn't work down below. He's the only guy from India who doesn't... there might be some forced stereotyping here on top of that. Because I already said for one of them, Hamado Diem, I'm going to have to probably force stereotype. Because, like, he's from Sierra Leone, and they are... Well, I guess I don't know. Wow, I really don't know geography at all, do I? I don't know. Let's keep going from the top first, though. For people we can get. Don't know your fate. Don't know who you are at all. Don't know who shot you yet, because I think it was... Let's look at him. Yeah, unknown. I'm pretty sure. If like that doesn't work, maybe I'm wrong and like this guy didn't kill him and I could click on all of these and see which one actually applies, but we'll see. Fourth mate steward would be the guy next to him, right? This kid looks like he might be the steward. Honestly. So fourth mate steward. Live in Africa. Unconfirmed. Who are you? Thomas Lank was knifed by... Oh, we know that now. He was knifed by the gunner's mate. He said... I think he was? The gunner's mate is confirmed, right? No, he isn't. Shit, I might be wrong about the gunner's mate. I might be wrong about Davy James too, or ooh, what if I have to switch them? No, John Davies is correct. Shit. Okay. I'll go back through that scene in a minute here, but oh yeah, we have to find out what happened to Whaley. These two, maybe, I don't know. John Naple. They mention a John. What scene is that? That is during this. Keep the pressure. Yeah, that's the one. All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Where's the rest of his leg? The guy who went down here that was killed, I think he might be John. And he is the gunner. Thank God. Thomas Lank, finally. Okay, he was gunned by the gunner. Wait, but we haven't confirmed the gunner. Wait, you just confirmed that he was killed by Olis, but you haven't confirmed Olis, right? Yeah. They haven't confirmed that I got this right. Well, now we know it's right, because that was confirmed to have killed Thomas. Okay, so if that guy was John, there's only a few seamen left that aren't identified. George Shirley. Do I have anything written down for George? 59. Hammock 59, and he's from England. Well, that's not enough. The one thing we could go off of here is, like, top men are usually, like, these kind of people. People who are, you know, hanging up. Like, I think this is a top man simply because he's always climbing something. God damn it. Am I blocking it again? I am. He's always climbing something. Every one of these people who are confirmed are top men. So, like, there are 2 seamen left. George Shirley and Hamado Diom. I don't really have any hard evidence, and also I don't know who's left. You haven't been identified. You seem like you might be one of the seamen. You too. Yeah, everyone else is identified. And if we're going off of Sierra Leone and England, this guy would be from Sierra Leone, right? Unfortunately. I don't want to have to resort to that, but they're the only 2 left, and I think that that's the case, and you are George Shirley. I think. Meaning... Lewis and Maba. Because these 2 are also marked? Yeah, you don't have a name yet. You don't have a name yet. If I had to go off of anything, this guy got, like, tribal tattoos everywhere. So if you're going to call anyone Maba, this guy would be Maba. And this guy would be Lewis. Yeah. Out of all the top men, he's not Chinese. So unless I mix these 2 up. Oh my god. Solve chapter 5 and 10? Okay. Finally. Charles Minor indeed. That was so mean of them. Oh my god. It was perfect, but you got me. How long did I think that guy was Charles Minor for? Simply because he was the only one visually torn apart that was, like, substantial. And his name was Maba. Not even a last name. Actually, the fact that he didn't have a last name and had tribal tattoos, that should have given something away, I think. Maybe. I don't know. What happened to George Shirley, though? You perished. Full on perished. When was this? The fuse. He was behind the can. Okay, I'm going there quick. One sec. I don't know which one it was. This one? There's one of them where he's alive. There he is. He's behind him, right? The window is intact, and then he's gone. So either he got blown to bits like the gunner. Either he was blasted with a cannon, but we don't see his body. So I'm going to say he fell overboard. Because the window here gets exploded and everything. Overboard. Yeah. If that doesn't work and we get like 2 more solid people in my mind, I'll switch it to shot because it's potential he got shot too. Okay. That is... It's Brennan, Maba. Isn't your... No, that's the Russian's hammock. His hammock's over here, I see. Okay. On that note, let's see. We don't know you at all, but I think I could probably find you on the map now. You're the only one who isn't, besides the 2 Chinese here, the only one I could probably distinguish as like an Indian or India. I tried so hard the whole game to be like, none of the, I'm not gonna try to put them in those into their nationalities, but they stuck with it. I mean, the guy from Persia's wearing a turban and using a scimitar. The Russians kind of looked a lot more Russian than other. Like, it's... I tried. All right, so if I was gonna... Let's see. A steward would probably be down here somewhere. Carpenter. We can't see their faces. I can't. Yeah, you can't click on them. You. Are you the ship's steward? He's the only guy left. Who was he shot by? Maybe because now that we know almost everyone's identity, he was shot by Charles Minor. I remember that. I've been trying to figure out that guy's identity for a long time to see who shot him. So Charles Minor is Bozon's mate. I am pretty much positive about that one. Okay. Assuming that guy's the ship's steward, but I'm also pretty positive about that. So we have fell overboard as one of the possible right. And then that, which I'm pretty positive, which is 2. We also know that you were killed by John. Not John Davies, but John Naples. Right? There he is. Maybe he wasn't the one who killed him. Or, I did say that the other guy is possibly fell overboard doesn't count, right? So maybe I can say that he was shot by a cannon from well, I had Beast here before. Does Beast not count for you? Who lit the fuse? That would be the guy with the X on the hammock. From India. Abraham. Shit. Maybe it was just Beast. Something I got wrong here. That's for sure. Maybe you just were shot by the captain and everything's lies? This is... And maybe this isn't the ship's steward. Maybe I should find out someone else's identity before I go off of this anymore. Like, let's get this one. We can 100% get this one. All right. You got your head blown off. Yep. Who did you get your head blown off by? The 4th mate? Huh. Okay. Okay. Solved all fates in chapter 9. Yeah, that was gonna be right. Okay, which one is wrong? Okay, that was the shot in the dark, so I'm glad that one's done. And George Shirley. Okay. How many do we have? We have so many now. Martin, we don't know his fate. Philip Dahl, we don't know his fate. The 2 Chinese. Actually, there's 3 that we don't know. Oh, we can find this out. I have to go to Abigail. Not first memory. Oh boy. We have to go to Abigail in the Doom and see where he is. All right. So you are Lewis? Yeah, you're Lewis. Carrying Maba. Alfred. Oh yeah, here's another instance of the boson mate being near his boson. Boson? They're together a lot. I didn't show most of it, but who are you? There you are. You're climbing. He's got his tentacle around him. Okay. He's got his tentacle around him, and I think it's pretty clear. I'll actually go to here. I think it's pretty clear. But I don't know if you want to put fell overboard or drown. I'm going to put drown by the beast. Possibly. Either that or fell overboard, but he was pulled. Like, it's pretty clear what's about to happen to him. Okay, I think this one is good. We might have to guess the names of the Chinese, 2 other Chinese people. They're both wearing similar things. Unless one, no, we only saw one hammock. That's the thing. And Wei Li had the hammock in that one part towards the end. So the other 2 did not have a hammock. Which means the only identifying factor for them that I can tell is hammock 38 and 40. In chapter 2-1. We might have to do a little chasing down. I don't know. Is there anyone else I need to worry about? Like, what happened to Martin is really confusing. Like, I don't feel like we're supposed to know, because his final memory, the Doom Part 8, I think is the last time you see him. But he doesn't, he's still on board, and he's not really, like, in trouble. He looks like he's falling over, but like, it's still, like, a full disappearance for me. I don't think I can mark that as, like, yeah, that guy fell overboard. Yeah, that is the last time you actually see him, too. I gotta think on that one, because, like, I don't know. I mean, technically, we could try marking it. Wait. Can we not? Oh, no, because he doesn't have a disappearance thing. Text. Same with Philippe. Or Philip. Both of those 2 can't... The bargain. The bargain will tell us what happened to these 2 then. Because the last time we see him... is when they said throw him in the lazaret, which is locked. Yeah, throw him in the lazaret. He was pulling him this way though. That's the weird thing. No. He killed someone over here and then said throw him in the lazaret, so he's bringing him over there. And the lazaret is marked right here at the end of the bargain. So something big happened there, obviously. That's why they're keeping it from us. Can we find out what happened to these people, though? I guess if we don't know which one's which, then how can we find out what happened to them? Do I guess? Do I have to guess? Okay, you're marked. You got electrocuted. We don't have a name. I can absolutely just guess. Oh my god. 7 and 8 chapters, or 6 chapters done? Are you kidding? Okay. What? Oh. Okay. Interesting. It only did 2 that time. I thought it was sets of 3. Interesting. Well, we know that this guy is Li Hong now. The only guy not marked left. If you didn't like actually show elimination, I don't think they'd ever be able to figure out who is who here. Like, there's no definitive evidence for this, so you are the remaining. There. Wait, what the hell is left? Everyone's marked off. I guess I could remark this now that we know. Murder. All right, let me just go through the people I thought it was then. John Naples. Okay, no. Patrick O'Hagan. No. Alexei Toporov, which is 40-something. There he is. No. You telling me this guy over here... Brennan? Did Brennan do it? Brennan did it! All currently solvable fates correct. What? Oh, the game just tells you. Li Hong was speared by a terrible beast. Okay. Wow. There's nothing left to do on the Obra Dinn. Okay. Just sounds good. I kind of don't want to leave though. As weird as that may sound, this is a very interesting place. I am curious though about the bargain. So the bargain's gonna reveal who is left. Nope. The bargain would reveal Philip and Martin's fates. What else could it possibly be going off of? Like, are they actually, like, more important than I thought? Oh, I don't know. Also, we never really got to figure out what's going on out here. Maybe that'll be explained at the end. I don't know. I don't know how long the end is. It's probably not going to be super long. So the next episode will be probably a short episode doing whatever the end is. And then my review. I don't know. Usually I make an hour-long episode. Usually longer for weekend games. But I can only imagine the last episode won't take that long. More than likely. Kind of surprised. There's a lot of just elimination done at the end. I'm kind of glad though, because like I wasn't gonna figure some of these out. I mean, first of all, these two, I probably could have guessed. Honestly, I don't know if I needed the hint, but I'm still, it was a good hint, and they didn't give it away, so I'm glad for that at least. But mentioning that their names are important was kind of a big hint. Outside of that, like, a lot of this had evidence. There was evidence of some form, except for you. You really didn't do anything in any memory that made you stand out as, like, the ship's steward. He was just kind of there all the time. I don't know, like, I never noticed that he would have been the ship's steward. Like, I think I would have had to guess him as one of the last ones. Anyone else? Yeah, Maba's the worst. How dare you? That was the worst bait you could have done. And it got me for so long in my head. Damn Charles Minor. Yeah. I think that's it. And I had to guess this guy simply based on there were 2 seamen left and the other guy was England. So I had to look at their faces and guess, which was something I was trying to avoid doing. I really want to know if there is definitive evidence for these two. Do they talk ever in any scene? Would I have known the accent? Because, like, I would know an English accent versus... Actually don't know what language. I don't know. But there was a lot of, like, solid evidence everywhere that is just... It made it really interesting and really fun to find everything. I am... sad that it's done. I'm gonna have to, well, it's not done yet, but sad that we're at the end. There's nothing left to find on the Obra Dinn. I'm certainly going to be watching other playthroughs more than likely. Probably right after I finish. It's kind of what I did. Like, even with Tunic, as soon as I finished Tunic, before I even released the episodes, I was already watching other Let's Plays. Because I was like, alright, these episodes have to wait, but I'm not done. I'm not ready. I need to watch others. Alright, so, yeah, that's it for this one. In the next one, ending and review, if you care. Which, I got a lot of good things to say about everything except for the audio. The audio's... Actually, I still have some good things to say about the audio. Just not the balancing part of it. Anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know if you like it, and I will see you in the next one.